Long ago, when the Buddha Shakyamuni was residing at Jetavana Monastery in the city of Savatthi, together with the community of monks, his attendant Ananda was always by his side, serving and supporting the Blessed One. Venerable Ananda was renowned not only for his extraordinary memory being able to retain all of the Buddha's teachings, but also for his dignified appearance, gentle nature, and compassion. Because of this, many who met him felt admiration, and some even developed affection for him. One day, Venerable Ananda went on alms round alone in the city of Savatthi. As he was returning, he passed by the mansion of a wealthy merchant. This merchant had a daughter named Matangi. She had long heard of Ananda's noble character and striking presence, and her heart had been secretly captivated. When she saw him walking by, her passion flared up, and she sought to draw near him. Overcome by desire, Matangi resorted to sorcery. Using a spell of enchantment, she attempted to bind Ananda's mind. Under the influence of this dark magic, Ananda's awareness began to falter. His mindfulness grew clouded, and his steps became unsteady as he felt drawn into the snare of temptation. At that perilous moment, though his mind was troubled, a spark of awareness still remained within him. Ananda recollected his teacher, the Blessed One, the embodiment of boundless wisdom and compassion. With all his strength, he silently called out for the Buddha's protection, earnestly praying for deliverance from this grave danger. At that very time, the Buddha was teaching the Dharma at Jetavana Monastery. With his perfect awareness, he immediately perceived Ananda's distress. Out of compassion, the Buddha instructed Venerable Mahamoggallana, his foremost disciple in supernatural powers, to swiftly go to Ananda's aid. Mahamoggallana instantly appeared where Ananda was. With his great spiritual power, he dispelled the sorcery that bound Ananda and rescued him from Matangi's grasp. He then brought Ananda safely back to the monastery, thus saving him from a calamity that could have endangered his spiritual path. When Ananda had recovered, the Buddha addressed him and the assembly with an important teaching. He explained that sensual desire is one of the strongest chains, binding beings to the cycle of birth and death. Desire clouds the mind, robs one of clarity, and entangles one in endless suffering. Without mindfulness and wisdom, one is easily swept away by the current of craving. The Buddha taught, practitioners must maintain constant mindfulness, guarding against the intrusion of lust and delusion. One must contemplate the impermanence of the body and recognize that physical beauty is but a temporary illusion, not worth clinging to. Only wisdom and compassion can free beings from temptation and release them from the bonds of suffering. Hearing these words, Ananda felt deeply moved. He realized that it was both the Buddha's compassion and the small flame of mindfulness within his own heart that had preserved him. From then on, Ananda became even more diligent in his practice, never allowing his mind to waver before worldly allurements. As for Matangi, she eventually felt remorse for her reckless actions. Later, she too had the opportunity to hear the Buddha's teachings. Struck by the truths of impermanence, suffering, and non-self, she repented and became a sincere lay follower of the Triple Gem, living a life of virtue and faith. This story reminds us that desire and passion, if left unchecked, burn like fire and consume the body and mind. A practitioner must hold firmly to mindfulness, taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha as the true guiding lights. It also shows that the Buddha's wisdom and compassion are always present, offering protection to those who sincerely turn toward him. Sensual desire is the root of suffering and a binding force in samsara. Mindfulness and awareness are the keys to overcoming temptation. The Buddha and his noble disciples are a safe refuge for all who seek liberation. Even those who have strayed, like Matangi, can repent Take refuge in the triple gem and walk on the path of awakening.